Good afternoon. My name is Teresa Pool, and I am honored to share with you today a glimpse of Coach Diane Baker. Bake and I go back about 45 years, when we played on the original TW field up the hill. That was when if you hit the ball onto Bell Avenue, it was an automatic home run, and you could spend hours in the tule bushes, as Joe Kuhn called it, retrieving that day's foul balls. But about 9 years ago, I had the privilege of going to work for Bake at Shutt Sports. It was in this setting that I have learned to fully appreciate the depth of her generous spirit. I'd like to share some stories to clarify Bake's genuine and deep desire to give back to others. There are numerous examples, but for the sake of time, I'll tell you about two that instantly come to mind. The first story you'll hear more about today, directly from them, but it is so exemplary of Bake's compassion, I had to give my side. A few years ago, we were working a softball tournament in California when two women approached our booth to buy a travel tee for their fledgling inner-city softball program. The tee cost less than $30, but they had very few resources, so I said I'd check with my boss to see if we could reduce the price a little. When Bake learned what these women were doing for these underserved young girls, she had to help, and help she did. When they left our booth, they had batting helmets, catching gear, and several teaching tools, including the original sought-after batting tee. I'll never forget the moment after we sized one of the catchers with gear. She looked up with an excited and appreciative smile and said sincerely, "Can I wear this the rest of the day?" A similar example is her willingness to help a high school team in Louisiana. The demoralized coach came by our booth looking at equipment as they had lost everything during Hurricane Katrina. Bake heard their story and immediately stepped in to help. Because of Bake, this team was resupplied so they could play their season with ample equipment. You'll hear today the stats, the honors, and the awards that Bake received and continues to receive for her very celebrated career as both a player, coach, and leader of the softball world. As far as I'm concerned, what is more important to remember are all those she has touched with her generous heart and her loyalty and love for others. Because of her willingness to share herself, she has made a very positive difference in this world. Many of us talk about making a difference, but Bake has walked the walk throughout her career. Her commitment and sacrifices has benefited many. She continues today to make a difference, and we all appreciate, admire, and love her for it. Thank you, Bake.